Guys, on to some college hoops. Great start this weekend for all the locals. GW 2-0, Maryland 2-0, Virginia 2-0, and the Hoyas play tonight. They won first game on Saturday against the NCAA tournament team. So, which one of these four teams are you most encouraged by at this point in the season? Obviously, so early. But Dan, do you have anyone stand out to you?
I'm going to take maybe the unusual one and saying Maryland, because I think that GW. I mean, great road win for GW, but I think that, GW, Georgetown, and Virginia, we all probably thought were tournament teams. Maryland, less certain about. They played 2 home games against not good teams, but they blew them out. They ran them off the floor, and that's something that, honestly, they haven't really been able to do under Mark Turgeon. They haven't been able to blow out bad teams or good teams or any teams, and so they're looking like a Big Ten team should look against bad teams at home, and that's something I don't think was we could have taken for granted.
It's also encouraging, I think, if you're Turgeon, that Evan Simatras, when you're starting players, is out, and you still look pretty good.
Right.
And it was interesting, their starting rotation, they didn't use Amonte Dot. He went small in the first game, and that worked too. Good bit of coaching there from Turge. But Keith, any of those 4 teams stand out particularly to you?
I would have said Maryland as well.
Really? I'm sorry.
That's fine. We didn't.
That's fine.
It's all right. We didn't coordinate before the show. We don't have to. No, I think and the reason is for much of the reasons that Dan said. That's the team where you have the most question marks, where you wonder what kind of team they're going to be, and all signs point to good so far. You're only beating Wagner and Central Connecticut State, but as you said, you beat them pretty handily. I think Maryland probably is going to define itself during the Big Ten season, so we don't get too excited about anything that happens in the first 10 or 11 games. But certainly a good start.
Scott, are you with these guys about Maryland, or are you looking at another team?
I'll go with Georgetown.
Okay.
I think a good win against St. Francis and LJ Peak, one of the best freshman debuts.
The best
for
freshman
Georgetown.
debut, yes.
9 for 9.
9 for 9.
23 points.
Yeah.
And until that point, most people probably remember him as the guy who threw the South Carolina hat
on the signing day,
ground
that's right.
on the signing day. But him and Josh Smith, who I remember from his days at UCLA, he's got the weight down a little bit.
Yeah.
He was kind of almost responsible for the tailspin that they went into last year.
Yeah.
If he can stay academically eligible and keep his weight down, and LJP can continue to develop, I think Georgetown can do some.
Well, John Thompson III was none too pleased with the way Joshua Smith played in that first game. I don't know if you saw what he said afterward, but he said, we asked him about it, and he said it was unacceptable, which to me says he's getting close to having it up to here with that guy. I mean, 10 points. He had at halftime. How does that happen? 2 rebounds, and you're 6'10", 350 pounds. You should just 10 rebounds. At least 5 should just fall in your hand by accident, right? But huge game coming up between GW and Virginia. Which team, Dan, would you say that's more important for to win?
Oh, clearly, I think for GW, they don't get. I mean, first of all, it would be on the road. It would be a huge road win. They've already got one road win, but they get a fewer number of chances to define themselves with big wins like that than Virginia does.
They've beaten top 20 teams last year, though, too. They were to start 17-3. That would be to beat a top 10 team this early in the season after coming off losing 2 of your best players. Yeah, I think that would be a huge win for the Colonials. Do you see GW as a team that can challenge Virginia, and it's on the road, it's in Charlottesville? Is that a game that they can go down there and win?
I think that's the fun of these games early in the season. Those teams define themselves. You don't really know at this point. I think that's why we like these early season games.
That's a non-answer.
It is a non-answer.
It is.